Okay, hello everybody. I thought while I was doing a horse run, I'm going to tame a jungle horse. What I usually do is I walk to the desert horses, um, well, I used to walk to some other horses which were slow horses, but they're so slow and painful. So what I usually do is I just walk over here to the desert horses. Usually I go to the spawn that's a bit closer to Meduli, but this time, because I was walking from the other side, I decided to go this way. Yeah. Ooh, is this a new house here? I think someone has just put a house here. That house was not there before. This looks like a new house to me. Yeah, I'm pretty much 100% sure that that house was not there before. And if that house was there, it was maybe a small house that's been upgraded. I'm going to be upgrading my house to tier 2, and it's going to look just like that at tier 2. And that's going to cost 600 gold, including all of the materials, I think. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, I thought that while I was doing this horse run, I would talk about my hopes for the new expansioning, the new expansion awakening. Now, basically, I just really hope that the new expansion does some very simple things for the game. Okay, I don't really care about the horse because I'm just using this to go over to the jungle horses. Now, first of all, the most basic thing that I hope it does is I just hope it gets rid of some of the glitchiness in the graphics. Those of you that have been watching my videos or who have played the game, the graphics engine for some reason is kind of glitchy. The game will freeze every so often, and sometimes it freezes really badly. The only way you can actually get past this is by turning I've heard from other players that it is better if you just turn everything onto low. But then it's kind of a shame that you're missing out on some of the graphics. I would obviously, how I actually have it right now is I have it on high. I have the avatar streaming turned right down. I have the world textures on 1048, I think. I think I have all of the textures on 1048. So I've kind of found a balance where I still get, a reasonable amount of graphical, the look in the graphics, and the game runs kind of relatively smooth. It still from time to time freezes, but to be honest, I kind of would rather have that so that I can still have a little bit of graphical stuff, because it's kind of sad that you have to turn all the graphics and everything down to low. I mean, because I have a reasonable computer, I have a 1090Ti, I have a 7970 GPU, so it's a fairly okay computer, pretty decent. Excuse me. So I really hope that in Awakening they improve the graphics engine and make it smooth, so that there are no more hiccups, because I think that's one thing that would really help. I don't really want an improvement in the graphics. I think that the graphics they have right now are fine, but I just hope they kind of tweak the engine so that it's smooth, like 99% of other games I play. Well, maybe that's a bit high. How about 90% of other games that I play, I can play really smooth and everything. I just really think it would help with the good will in the game. I think that sometimes the graphical glitchiness is one of the reasons why some people are turned off from this game. So yeah, I think that would be a really awesome thing in Awakening, if they could sort out some of the graphics engine stuff, make it nice and smooth. Apart from that, to be honest, I don't have much requirement. I hope it brings in more players, you know. I mean, this game is already fairly well populated. It's not incredibly populated, but it's pretty okay. If you go into like the major towns in a busy period, you will see that actually there are quite a reasonable amount of people in the game. But I would hope that this expansion starts to make that more so, you know. Of course, it's going to include a new town, Tindrum. I mean, I'm just excited to explore that town. Really, I don't, you know, I'm sure it'll be a nice place to explore. It's kind of close where I live in Maduli. I don't have any plans of trying to move in that area or anything like that. But it will be awesome, like, to see it and to go see some of the new things in that town. That would be kind of cool. But really, apart from that, I don't really have any other requirements. I heard that they're putting something to do with more like AI guards and things like that. I mean, I don't really care what else they put into the game. I just really want them to kind of smooth everything out, make everything more polished. That's really kind of what I would like, you know. I find this game is fine as it is. Like I said, I just want them to add some polish and, you know, improve the graphics engine and just kind of make it more pleasurable for other people, so hopefully there'll be more players in the game. So that's really what I would like in this new expansion. I feel it's not very demanding. I'm very excited that it is coming out. I don't think it will be quite as crazy as some people think it will be. I think there are some people who expect that it's going to completely like change the game and all this. I don't think it will be that much, but you know, I just hope it will just kind of tweak the game enough so that you know, it helps more people to play the game, because the basic idea of the game and the concept of the game is awesome. It just needs a bit of polishing and everything. I think they're also going to be adding some more PvE things. Like right now, there are some PvE things. Obviously, there are the things like farming, but there's. I mean, I have never really done anything like the Spider Queen as a spider cave and stuff like that, where you go in and you kill a spider queen that will like drop stuff. I think the idea is that they're going to make more stuff like that. Now I am not in a position to really talk about that, because like I said, so far I haven't really explored that part of the game. I'm so obsessed with getting my house. You know, I think I've always had a goal in this game of having a house, and now I have a house. I have the goal of making it like expanded house, and I want to have a butcher table. I already have a stable and I want a butcher table. Basically, I want it so that I can stay away from all of the griefers, you know, and do all my farming, you know, more easily. So once my house is kind of sorted and set up, I would imagine then I'll be doing more of the combat stuff. So hopefully then I'll start to do more of the PvE stuff like the dungeons, and I'll improve the fighting. I'll hopefully get more involved with my guild and, you know, maybe do that kind of PvP stuff. It is a little bit hard because I find that I can only really do a lot of stuff with my guild when I'm on holiday or off work, because I find that when I'm at work, like all of the action seems to happen when it's the early hours of the morning in Hong Kong. So yeah, I can only really do more stuff with the guild when I'm on holiday. And I am on holiday right now. I'm on the summer holiday, so I'm really hoping to spend more time exploring that kind of stuff to hopefully, increase my scope in the game. Yeah, so now, as you can see, I'm heading towards kind of the outskirts of the jungle. This is kind of what I do every time. Like I said, I get a desert horse just to speed up my journey. Then I will come here. For anyone else who is doing this kind of stuff, you have to be super careful. If you're ever killed here in this area, and never ever respawn at the priest here. You always have to go up that end. If you do it on this end, you will end up in the jungle in a place, there's a priest in the jungle. You'll end up there, and it's really hard to get out of the jungle, and it takes friggin' ages. So if you ever die when you're in this area, never ever respawn to a priest there. Walk as far up here as you can, because that's a lot safer, and then I believe you'll respawn at the priest in Bhakti. So as you can see, I'm just going to try taming this horse. Now I have a basic requirement for all my horses. They have to be around 40 dexterity and speed, because I find that's what people kind of want. That one is not quite there. Like, if I have, say, 39 on one and 40 or over 40 with another, that's fair enough. But if they are both under 40 like that one was, then I'll just move on to the next one. And if I find out that I can't find any horses here that are up to my expectation, like that's 38. I pride myself on finding horses that are of a good quality, so that people in my guild, when they buy these horses, they know that they're going to get some pretty decent ones. This one again is just not quite good enough, and if I can't find a horse here that's up to standard, then I will log out my character here, my tamer here, and then re-log in maybe, I don't know, say an hour later, half an hour later. By then more horses will have respawned for me to try again. So let's try this one. I kind of realised that this video has been a bit of a mishmash kind of video. It's not. See, look at that, 43 speed, 38 dexterity. That, my friend, is a keeper. So let's get on this, and then I just ride it back to Maduli. Let's go. Yeah, so I realised this video was not very well organised. I just basically wanted to throw out some more content for you guys. I was going on a horse run, which can be super boring, so I just thought I would do a quick, well, it hasn't been that quick, but do a video talking about some of my ideas for the new expansion, and also kind of explaining a little bit about my horse taming runs. Like, horse taming is kind of boring at times, so quite often when I'm doing horse taming, I have like another window open on my computer. Like, I'll watch a stream on Twitch TV or a video, I just have other things on my desktop. But yes, the taming can be a bit boring. Like, I've been grinding out my farming stuff for a while now, so I'm hoping that when my house is up, I won't have to do so much of that grinding stuff and be able to enjoy more like PvP stuff. But I feel like I'm going to need to practice the PvP a lot, because I'm going to not be very good straight off the bat, I think. But anyway, okay guys, so hopefully this wasn't too boring. I know I have a tendency to ramble on in these videos, but I think, you know, most of the people who have subbed to my account, they kind of realise that's the kind of videos I do, and it seems like a lot of people seem to like them. If you have any questions about anything that I've talked about, please don't hesitate to write in the comments below. I try to answer everything that I can. I do find though that YouTube is not very good at times, because sometimes I will go and, well, a comment, it will come up in the comment thing on my account, and then while I am answering that comment, I will see another comment that hasn't appeared on that thing, because obviously I can't really go into every video every day to see if anyone has commented. I'm like relying on the system in YouTube that is like email that automatically will tell you who has commented. Unfortunately, that system doesn't work all the time, so if you have commented and I haven't answered, I apologise. Like I said, every so often I see that there are comments on my videos that have not actually come up on my account thingamajiggy, so yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed the ramble. If you guys have any requirements for Awakening, why don't you post them also in the comments below, so we can see what kind of things you guys are looking forward to for Awakening. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed this relatively rambly, informal video, and see you guys in the next one. So thank you and good night.